You know, each and every time I play Halo and land on that beach, I can't help myself. I stop, I look up at the sky, and I'm just thinking, man, that's freaking awesome. That's stunning. And a lot of people write off moments like that as like pure eye candy, like done for the marketing to make the great posters or trailers, maybe just visual fluff or engine showcase. But I see it deeper. I see it almost as a statement that artistic expressions, intentionally or not, can be a gameplay mechanics by itself. What I mean by that? Visual storytelling is easily impacting and altering players' behavior, perception, decision making, and I have proofs of that. The aforementioned Halo, level number 2, you land on that land with the green grass, some rocks, and the water, and you see it as well, okay, just piece of land. I can cross it in no time. But then you look up and see that massive artificial structure which has volume, and it changes the spatial awareness. That spatial awareness is everything for distance tracking for you as a human being and like perception of the scale. And it altered a lot before and after you see the ring. Then you ask yourself a question: who built this? Well, how the heck they done that? And I want to meet them. I want to get their tech. Maybe I want to ally them, fight them, get more info about that creatures. So the visual art does the heavy lifting of establishing the stakes, the space, and mood actually before you hit your first grunt in Halo game. Another example is how art can be of interesting like point of deception for good. What I mean by that? The Expedition 33. The game is beautiful, like hands up, and I really adore how that underwater level is done. Like it was beautiful. But the one level is like here in my mind, and I recall it like a lot. It's the siren level. In the beginning of the level, you are given a simple warning: don't look at her, the giant lady boss dancing in the hall, or you will go insane. That's the first warning the game gives to you in terms of the narrative, because the scenery, the art, the design of that location, that like Arabian Nights flair, is giving you the feeling that you can easily do your morning yoga there. And when you meet in your first enemy, that enemy feels so natural to the place. Like it's thin, it's like the belly dancer floating. It's like she's very delicate, and you have beaten much bigger and stronger visual speaking enemies like that with than is. But then you realize you have been deceived, because if you're not hitting the enemy right, and you won't do that in your first play, you will get the charm on you, like the curse, which makes your teammate either attack you or die in couple of turns. And I struggled a lot, like for like 5 or 10 battles before I figured out how I need to change my team's like chance, my buffs, and all this stuff. And there's a great deal of art there, because the art is telling you one thing, and the battle, the encounter design tells you the other. And that's the moment of surprise. That's the moment where the art and the gameplay is twisting and fucking up you to make you feel that your expectations has been subverted, and that's the good feeling. But okay, I have another example of something special to me. Look at this. That's my yard, my tree, and like 10 minutes before the thunder and the rain. And that heavy wind is the one thing I saw in Witcher 3 and like never met in any other games at that scale. That feeling of riding in Velen in that windy weather made me, like 10 years ago, to think of some changes in the world is happening. I truly believe that quests, like availability of certain monsters and other stuff, changes depending on the weather. I don't know why I believe that, but maybe because the weather effects and especially the wind is something in The Witcher 3. So that's it for today. As always, like, subscribe, and propose your topics in the comments. I'm coming with a bit more surprises on this channel, but no promises as always. So see you around in several days. See you there.